There's just so much blood. I wouldn't have thought. Oh, holy hell, she's not dead. The captain's not dead. She got a huge piece of metal through her side, like a support struct or something. Hey launchers, welcome back to the Launch Crew channel. My name is Chani and this is another video here at the Launchpad where we talk about anything and everything space related. So I'm actually going to continue with the actual mobile game that I actually played the last video, and if you actually are new here, go ahead and check that out. If you haven't seen that before, I'm going to go ahead and link that. And basically the game, if you haven't seen this before, is called LifeLine, and it's actually a text-based linear game, unlike other games such as Among Us that I played before. This game was a little bit more of a surprise for me last time, only because I knew that it was a text visual game, but I didn't realize that it was more of a casual text visual simulation game where there is a chance that the actual character within the game is actually going to go ahead and actually pause. So depending on the actual action that the character is doing, sometimes it could last like a minute, sometimes it could be a couple of hours, sometimes it could be a couple of days. And so the first time I actually played it for you guys, those of you who were here last time know, is that it actually, I think it was like 2 or 3 minutes of gameplay, and then this person kind of like went off and did the action, and I had to kind of be like, okay, I guess we'll wait until this person is done. So, just to kind of give you a really quick recap what happened last time, I believe the astronaut Taylor was actually in some sort of spacecraft, and he actually crash landed on some sort of unknown moon somewhere, and he's actually reaching out to you, the actual game player, and you actually have to kind of help him or her figure out what's going on. The last time we actually checked, we was actually going back to the crash site to kind of see if there's any survivors, and we kind of left it off from there. So, using my trusty phone, let's figure out where he is. So last time it looks like Taylor is busy and now he's actually back. He's saying, okay, at long last, I'm in sight of the Varia. I actually looked this up too. Varia is actually the name of the surface of the planet, or the moon, or whatever. That's how you say it, Varia. Okay, at long last, I'm in sight of the Varia, or what's left of it. At any rate, okay, Varia is actually the name of the spacecraft. My bad. It seems to have cracked hard once it hit atmosphere. Like I figured, it came down in 2 major chunks, with a ton of scattered debris thrown around just to make the whole scene look terrifying and post-apocalyptic. In any case, anyone asks, it's working. I'm appropriately terrified. Looks like the flight deck came down pretty far from the crew quarters. Where do you figure I should go next? Let's say check the flight deck. Okay, all right. It's gonna take me a few minutes to sort through the wreckage. A lot of the heat shielding was stripped on entry, but it seems to have taken the worst of the damage. Most of the instrumentation looks surprisingly intact. Let me poke through this mess. Taylor is busy. Okay, so let's wait a couple minutes to kind of see if he actually comes back.
1 eternity later.
Okay, so he actually made it, and it says, oh no, I haven't found any of the crew up here near the flight deck, but I just found Captain Aya. There's just so much blood, I wouldn't have thought. Oh, holy hell, she's not dead. The captain's not dead. She got a huge piece of metal through her side, like a support struct or something. It doesn't matter what it is. What should I do? Do I pull it out? Oh man, she's really bleeding. Oh man. Well, I think I would say leave it in, because if you pull it out, she's probably gonna bleed to death. Okay, good plan. Who knows what kind of damage I might do if I yanked it out, right? The wound isn't really actively bleeding right now, but her breath is really shallow and kind of rattling. Oh man, I think there's a good chance this thing pierced her lung. Crap. What am I supposed to do? I would say make her comfortable. What, while she dies? Look, as far as I know, she's the only other living person on this rock. I owe her more than just a nice memory foam pillow under her bed while she bleeds out. If there's any chance of stabilizing her, I've got to do it. Taylor is busy. All right, so that was still kind of short. And like I said, there's these like pauses depending on what that character is doing. So interesting. All right, so there we have it. Not too much. This was pretty fast again. Actually, what I'm thinking about doing is maybe actually recording this a couple of times and kind of compiling into one video, so that way you guys aren't kind of trudging this out little by little. And of course, let me know if there's any other games, mobile or otherwise, that you want me to play. Anything that's space related. I do have some other content that's actually coming your way that actually might be kind of cool. And speaking of which, I know some of you out there are still waiting on the sketches, and believe me, I, more than anybody, am really excited to get this started. Originally, I really wanted the sketches to have other people in it. That's one of the reasons why it's taking so long, because based on our current environment, it's hard to really get people over, and people are a little bit wary of close contact and social distancing and things like that. But I know you guys are chomping at the bit for me to actually have some really cool sketches. I know you missed those. I know I do. So what I'm thinking about doing, maybe doing the sketches kind of by myself, maybe playing multiple parts. I'm not really sure yet. I'm kind of going over that and seeing what happens. And hopefully I can get that content out to you sometime in January. It might be a little bit slow, and then it'll pick up, and then we'll kind of see what happens. And if things get better, we can maybe start to incorporate other people. And the great news is that once we actually hit 10,000 subscribers, we actually can go ahead and film at the YouTube studios, which is not that far from me, hopefully in the future, and actually use better sets and have more people. For those of you who are new and actually have stumbled onto this video for the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. If you like what you see, go ahead and hit that like button, and go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell notification so you don't miss any of our stuff, because then that way we can actually grow our little community here on the internet and hit that 10,000 subscriber mark. And with that being said, guys, go ahead and comment below. Let me know what you think of this video and what I should do in the future. And as always, my name is Chani, and I'm signing out.